Yebekwa kodi enkomo se ne na mede kan ka che no there is a statement out extra say Ora Brian the Champon at the nationwide tour ni nyina aba na wie Pius Honorable Enam Hajide a former deputy minister and osaye spokesperson edema Dr. Brian the Champon yene ne nkonko di enkomo Honorable Pius utimenka machi mo akwa ba the ban UH 8.3 FM so
Na menu a meje usuru
megide sa honde wo ho
Jamaica ye ho enti yeti ase.
First of all, my main can say me ma we juma because mo to me akọ tour nationwide and ankrata bi ababontin say mo wie. Sankrata no efri mumu ho ne bae.
Ya menu apenyi me da se wa ma me akwanya se me ne ebusuafo nua no mututru MPP amanyoku mumpenyi osi ahinefo edi nkomo na no pay. Amakwanya na menchi ya na me ensanchi ya yetifo nyina.
Tifo so.
Ye no kre se ye na ye di to abonti aye no kre trodo. Ni enti aye ne sane se nyameni ye ndini ye. Enti ya wose ye fa asida enfama ulwedi ampon. Ebiom party mpenyin osi ahinefo regional officers constituency officers, electoral area coordinators, polling station executives, and so actually or those from Kun, Pa Ediama, Ira Dr. Brian Achampon, and the NPP Amanyo Kuning in and the Yamibua, Yadi Aprobono, ni constituency visitation nationwide, no, Yadi Barry, no, na Eubenia say, Yadi Asida. Ebema party warning nyina because you're non assembly say nania so offer kwanso a party for no DJ no nania so womu encouragement any eboa wo mahye no say no na omuhwe a wobetumi aka party abom no na betumi aye dwumaden ama party asana baba mu enye daachi 2028 ya nti almost the boss dodo na say edru 31st January onu yera Dr. Brian Champon na omubetu abano e di amano na ebium onu so ehyebo promise won the campaign no mu no wo say yesan entintimu say ebobi a yera na share bia no eyade afri na kuma mu oye krado se obedisu era Dr. Brian Champon onye obi a otwantro ewo amanyo sememu enti no statement ni de ye ho na free buy ye no krese all the 16 regions ewo ye man mu 275 constituencies era nankasa enye ne sumafo no de ye gutu a ye call round ye gutu a ye bo apro ye campaign but ono ankasa na de we all 16 regions all 275 constituencies na ono na ye onipa odikan it is obi catch you say Paul Awambantem or the Camphona obeji atumu yira Dr. Brian Achampon actually say onu eneye abrantimuno a owo agonde no yedi kan emre kan se odi ne ho bebo afode e de ma MPP party no onu ne wo sa emre no that time onu ne wo agonde no the energy and onu ne wo the potokasemu the resourcefulness to be able to execute campaign bi amuye dene ebetumi to NDC for years because 2028 abana ye kwakoto no you run say polling station bia electoral area bia constituency bia no was say yankasa yetumi ko nye ba ko nye mienu nye miensa was say yetumi ma because all politics is no longer even local all politics is now personal and the answer that nipa no beto abana ma no ɛwɔ sɛ nipa no te wo nka wo ne no adi nkɔmmɔ woakɔ ne nkyɛn ɛnso yɛhia obi a sɛbi ɔwɔ mmerɛ no wɔwɔ ahoɔden no ɛna sɛbi fa me kɔ na kakra nso wɔ hɔ a ɔbɛtumi agyina ne nan so de abɔ aporɔ nokura wɔ mu ne sɛ yɛwura Dr. Brian Acheampong ɔbɛɛ mu nkyɛe because ɛnyɛ adeɛ a na nka ɔbɛyɛ saa wayɛ n'adwene asi hɔ dadaada but ɔtena ase amanfoɔ so mpanyinfoɔ so tena ase ɛhwɛ sɛ deebi nea ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ anim hɔ no yɛne number 9 ne yɛ number 10 no wɔn mo nya botrɛ ɛmpase wɔn ho n'abako ahyɛ wɔn mo de akoma adi agorɔ nti mpanyin atu ba yɛwura ne nkyɛn ɛbɛtu ne fo ama ɔno nso adwe ne ho ɛbɔ so mpaeɛ sɛ wohwɛ nea ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ anim hɔ a number 9 ne number 10 no nti aseɛ ɛnyɛ adwuma a goal no yɛntumi nhyɛ a ɛho bɛhia sɛ wobɛfiri defense na wabɛgye bɔɔl yɛ ahyɛ goal yɛ ama MPP ɛti ɔbɛɛ mu nkyɛɛ no kora nyame anim but ɔno a ɔbɛɛ mu nkyɛɛ no nam obi a ɔgye strategy nam obi a ɔyɛ disciplined nam sɛ ɔyɛ obi a ɔde nipa ɛna ɛyɛ adwuma a ɔtie futuo ne n'asefo nti no ɔno a wamba ntam kora no ɔno mmom ɛna di kan ewie aprɔbɔ no nti no watache over 99.9% of the delegates directly at the nsɛmpa no ɛma wɔn mo
okay
ɔno pɛ ɔmo a ɔmo ahyɛ ase ebi kora yɛ bi da o 2023 ebi mo a contesting primaries ni mu da ebi kora contesting way before even 2023 but yɛ kan obi ani wa watumi ɛyɛ this ɛtu sa na mo no ebi mo kora kɔ some of the regions it's the upper east region but the binti no there are portions of those regions a ɔmo ntumi ankɔ akɔyɛ campaign nti na mebisa me ho sɛ na general elections primaries mponie a ɛno kora no ɛyɛ dɛm nkɔmmɔ ɛno mponie na general elections yɛwura no ɔno no deɛ ɔde n'aprɔbɔ no ɔkɔ siga ɔkɔ garu ɔkɔ timpani ɔkɔ binduri ɔkɔ zebela ɛnti MPP nyame ama yɛn agyenkwa bi a ɔno no sɛbi ɔbɛtumi aka party abɔ mu nyame ama yɛ agyenkwa bi a sɛbi ɔno no n'ani kyɛ sɛ ɔyɛ bold ɛnti no n'ano deɛ yɛ a NDC fo de yɛ nim ɛyɛ FM coalition centers na ɔmo abɔ awura hɔ na nea ɔmo pɛ na ɔmo yɛ no yɛhia obi a sɛbi ɔgyina yɛn anim a yɛn akasa no kora no yɛbɛnya vim yɛbɛnya kokoduro sɛ sɛbi NDC fo kora bɛsoro sɛ sɛbi ɔmo bɛyɛ nea ɔmo yɛɛ n'ano.
But nkurɔfoɔ say looking at this letter no one meaning say Dr. Brian Acheampong on call the thought is say ne yehunu no but people say you are using that approach offer constituency for ni nyina maybe 2 or 3 constituency put them together na afi would your mu aba your friends in Rock City no ni omo aba bedin komo would that be the next approach to the time one you be call into that election and a bra or no one kasa on kwa pro no bi would that be the new approach?
Oh, new approach need a thought will be brave.
Okay.
Na no crack say see doctor no master more can say ye di sick mouse the cochedia unya broche use sufficient time to sharpen the cutlass. What's that there? Na takana kano ubo say and that is the difference between Dr. Brian Acheampong and some other candidates. In Pejinfono two nefu, oji two must on free defense, na ombre nim, na ombre jibo no, na on channel. We took some time to do a lot of planning. We took some time to do a lot of training. And tina in Pejinfono be ba. The hotel, Africa's biggest hotel by rooms, Rock City. Na ye din krofo no bi ba ho na ye ne omu din komo na ye training wo we were sharpening the cutlass. And the answer na yera Dr. Brian Acheampong, onu obesi fem kura and start ya pro bono. Now we're building an army on the ground of over 50,000 delegates. Na man for entinase, but papa no oyobia or yes strategic or training conquering. Owie no ansa na ono ankasa sifem enti campaign toya ye ka se odi ba ne wie ye no enye Rock City ho asem no Rock City ne de ye dadaada ansa na osifem from Greater Accra ye shall from Eastern region actually and I ever seen called Greater Accra and I call Ashanti region and I call Volta region ye call Uti region and I ever seen called Central region, Western region, Western North. You call Bono East Ahafu, and I call Upper West, Upper East. You call Savannah. You call Northern Region. You call Northeast. There's not a single constituency here. Northeast region. I to me uncle. Baby, a new and I hear about yes, see. But America crowd where you answer the Bekwa Twaba. Sa America kana aka no so no yura no nyese se bi oba betina dem na origina homia na se odinisa e ko hye ne dem refemu da bi medika aka kire wo se wono no wo ahonde no enti no ni aka no so ye wo ho hihye ya enche wo be hu se yura no osana edi edwuma fufuro bi eye campaign no differently.
Enra ebeto most of the papers no picking up say Dr. Brian Acheampong obi to say former member of parliament for Suhum or Parian Saka say within the block of Abetifi Kwewu ni Mpatemo no wa block Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia from seeing the Kwewu mine because when him say wo manu be hu Kwewu mine a Brian will lose touch and lose the foot within that enclave. No, I didn't tell Dr. Brian what prevented Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for getting access to the coal mine.
Media, asemi de me kwameti e first no. Me mu dure me kakra. Eyamina me di ira ye penyin ye ne former campaign manager matise onwa so na gutu a o manage ira Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ebi enu tipo na o keke constituency visitations where the flag berada or where boss up pro ikrada no ebi it is because of the style of management intra wo mu hu ne omo ya ye kase ikra no o mentumi enwie ira Dr. Brian Acheampong na no ya no ba ye ne de his organization, his discipline, his leadership, his management, no. No yetumi abuama we really talk no. Because we dream him in Tiasie. Say you see Dr. Brian Acheampong and I stop Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia from visiting somebody.
Yes.
And we say no nipa na o kanu coincidentally so no onu kroya na si oye yesi oye campaign manager. Yes sir. Ono na ye campaign manager. Enti bi bisa me say enti eye Brian Acheampong na manage campaign na say ono opare ansa na manage campaign no. Because me tia say wa you what said there say una obeka say ananopa campaign manager wadwuma no aha na eko ye be yesi wo see obi na ma when to me and yes it's one away campaign manager na say Dr. Brian Acheampong and a campaign manager in some be wa o pese wo twan trotto obi so a one hwe ya one kasa no amon for be mu say o debi baba e kwa ne o ka no se bi ababi eni no kure wo mu ni say campaign bi ayeyo me nyini ye bebre sa me ne di politics a chiache mini Iraq John Buedua and Open National Chairman, a former General Secretary, mini pre-national youth organizer. 2012, Misumi Chinaye said parliamentary candidate or Volta region. 2024, Mr. Chinaye was with Jamai.
Yes.
But in penny for nechi into politics, no Misumi Shia, me who your pa. At the era, your campaign manager, no, not Unimu say around that time, no. Yeah, because 2024, no, na ahensembia sorry, ewo kwewun potomu hwana na onim se impo kwewu ahemfoni mpanyimfoni bi omahyia mpo aye press conference kase omatu kwewu mahini no wante entina nka ono a oye campaign manager no anka odi ye presidential candidate no flag bearer no anka odi ne ko sha ahensem ne mu ana patroti na meka na say omahini no na manfosi omatu no media dia minim ne say in fact in Kenya say obuo mpo na me wo ma wo any radio station kra asemi kra nka me nkomu bebre sa akra mpo because sebi enye asebi a na nka was say to me credit with even we should treat it with contempt enye kasa was say free penya no aba simple matter obie nim wo Ghana ha wiase anyina say around time wa ye ka no akofuo no ahemfu eti at that time kra no yesi abetifi hini ena na o hwe kire because almost bibinti no omatu omama hini no wusu see wo anka brana champo na stop nte anka chete anka nya brand kra na dia anka se ne o ka no se ye be fa kra asanka nya brand a nanka opare ansa ne yewura Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ohiye bi a yesi na manfo so ye tu no ko mu ko ne ko amanfo no so na beto aba no asemi nyansa be na wum
I see.
But the look ni anyamia sha no na wahia no se ufuru se brana champo ne campaign no konanim amanfo ejina tumu entino yente ni dia won hwe ya wo ankasa wo bese wudin na me no won say yera opariansa any Dr. Brana Champo omosi akan ni pen
yes e wo so hum
won said omosi akan omo time no omotu omoso aba be 4 or 5 times omotu bia na apai that time no na police station chairman pen omunkuya na to aba chairman no pen echi na ye be ye constitutional amendment ya the police station 4 5 ni nyina to aba those days na eye chairman for nkwa na to omotu bia na Yura Brana Champo na wonya 51 na Yura oparian sanso anya 51 tese ade no mu ache mienu omutu abana to abana and this was about October getting to November na omugusu 2 primaries unim ya Yura Dr. Brana Champo ye
oje mu mano enye se Yura oparian sa edi ne sunkuni mu ena enye se minka se opariansa mumu ena je mumma Brana Champo sika wase ni nyina campaign wa ye ni nyina 51 na ekura no ni nyina echi no odwene party no ho wase ase ye kosu se ya ye ndie primaries ya ye tunu be 4 times 5 times in the meantime no NDC for anka ye ni omu be kwa kosi aka ne de omu guso omu chacha omu ye omu campaign da ye ndie primaries nkomo na eguso aye de nie ofri ni pemu e no je mu ndi mawo opariansa honorable enti Brana Champo ni suni ni ban no odwini party hu do party e chen empo onu ankasa ni hu enti anka oyobi a onu so betumi kuremu say okay say wo se mi nje mu a wo so je mu na akoye twema mentwe but party who don't enti media akra me woka eneni say ye mpenyimfo no mo yenhwe ya no kasa ehian kabom
wodi ntrɔnsɛm atɛmdidie ne campaign asɛ bi ɛho nte wodidi panyin bi sɛ ɛyɛ Brian o sɛ ɛyɛ Dr. Mahmood Bawumia o sɛ ɛyɛ Kennedy Agyapong o sɛ ɛyɛ Kwabena Agyapong o sɛ ɛyɛ Dr. Yawedu Twum o sɛ wotwa ntoto ne so awie wasɛe ne din awie wodi n'atɛm awie na mpo wakɔdi nkonim a ɛbɛyɛ deɛn ɛna obi a wadi ntorɔ watwa ntorɔ to ne so wodi n'atɛm no ɛbɛyɛ dɛn na wanya akomapa ne akokoduro afrɛ no sɛ ɔmbɛka ho na wofrɛ no mpo a ɛbɛyɛ dɛn na yɛwodeɛ no afiri ne mu ɛno ka yɛn problem no ho nti metie nsɛm sɛ yɛsɛ campaign manager nankasa ɛna akɔgye nkonnwa a ɔka nea ɔka no a medi ho yaw kakra.
Mami misa this last two questions I feel meanfa wonsi. Owura Makasi bi yebo a nipa wonim no former member of parliament. Waka bibi and I don't know whether you agree. Say looking at the dynamics of our elections in Ghana, no, really say mu presented the same candidate again in 2028. Your chances of winning the election will be very slim. As Sunny said, the DDEP and those who were in power as at that time has lost the middle class. Na duduano etwa badima MPP no. You have lost them. And the effect of the DDEP no will take about 15 years and sana ebe free nkrofumu. Nti musa this our candidate na kubiomu. Your chances are very slim. Do you agree with Makasi?
Well, he has made a very intelligent point about not retaining our last flag bearer. Nu na ye binumusu ehu ya ema ye ko edi yewra Dr. Brian Achampong enechi. And ono no die economics side hono na ono so ye analysis.
Yes.
I can engage with him on the claims on the DDEP. Hono adwenkyerɛ no edu baabi no abɛyɛ mienu ono so fa na me so mafa ha.
Okay.
But did the DDEP have an impact on the elections? I believe that it did. It is the extent and ananka the person meaning no ebe di hun komona yetumia the real impact and the extent of damage DDEP across here. But you see, there are figures that are non-negotiable. We cannot debate them. For instance, say in flag bearer na ye no corner no 7 regions no. When to me anya seat back. Constituency back. 7 regions of Ghana. Volta region, OT region, Upper East region, Upper West region, Savannah region, Bono East region, and the Western North. Those 7 regions, constituency back, Ukraine, Dr. Mahmood Bawumia, to me. Look, there are regions that are major MPP regions. Western region, no Mutwabama MPP. Yet to me, we need over 70%, 80% of the presidential of the popular votes. A number of constituencies. Now, no dear MPP and flag bearer, no, we need constituency back in all of the 17 constituencies of the Western North. We need back Takrade. Takrade anka you to meet NDC for over 20,000 krano. Now no dear no, you the 444 and we need Takrade, Western region. You need back Dr. Mahmood Bawumia. Uba Central region. You are Dr. Mahmood Bawumia. We need 2 mienu. In all the 23 constituencies of the Central region, they want 2. Greater Accra has 34 constituencies. I am talking presidential, not parliamentary.
Yes.
presidential no 34 constituencies ɛwɔ Greater Accra. Yɛwura no owini mmienu 2 32 na aka no ɛkɔ baabi foforɔ. So you see a challenge. I mean, car says be but I mean, I'm sure that there may be 1 or 2 factors that also impacted the election. But Kunsimbi, I was saying, when he said, Ebanesena, parliamentary candidates, no crab bomb, who more than change a presidential candidate. Because the Nipa boy for MPP, and there was no change as so. As we know, and then they say, we be to Abanetia MPP. And to me, I'm a parliamentary candidate, in fact, in family, because media no sa na tie but ebia na obi akọka but obi na oyɛ parliamentary candidate he said Miniaba Nana Dokua, you know, the former deputy minister. She was my colleague at the information ministry. Dokua Onabu Dokua Etiameje ono na o contested war La Paz constituency na La Paz woman.
Yes,
One of the Okankwe's ono no Ulusuye by I think about some 5,000 votes difference here, and now 4,000. Once she lost though, in that same constituency, the presidential candidate also lost, but by at least I think about 8,000 or 9,000 crowd.
I said, not just Nkrofo Tuma, the parliamentary candidate, more than the presidential candidate in that constituency.
So, say, Osibe forecasting, say, these are the variables and holding them constant and projecting into the future. Say, the Onono Kubiumua, it will be difficult. As a student of statistics, it's difficult for you to argue. Otherwise, na adena kwa yempa ebo. So yemfa no nkona nyame be ye bon mpaye. But that is not politics. Politics is about reading the results. It's about planning. It's about projections and forecasting. It's politics. So we yemfa no nkona nyame be ye. No politics na wo ye. So the bad politics mo pe na adena kwa agro agudi o diagro.
Oh, okay. But Mamifa we last elections now we are parliamentary candidate for the MPP. In fact, if you look at the history of Esojamai, the current sitting member of parliament, Pen Ababe breaking that history, meaning that maybe probably in the next elections, the people of Esojamai would want to, do a bit of change because first, nanka ukobako ane nwani yiwe fruwana de pavu fraba. Would Enam Hajide consider going back to service people once again as a member of parliament in that constituency, knowing the inroads that we hear in the last elections?
Oh, many are. You tell me, you need the any day I crado say you be sum your man for media. So the man that makuma post papa. Be a mayor be a so the man be fan into my papa. Be a mayor be a so the man be peja. Na yeni a yeti so the man ye won't be in high. Sitra mo be yemre e dia mayen. Ye mame mo be nya adwuma pa ye adwuma bebu. Ye papa no mo be nya adwuma ye. E bebu no betumi akotuku ya pomodi ho asem. Ye be hihye ne ye ya kwan ya asai. Ye be hwe na ya ye ya kwan rural telephone baby bebre wo. So Jamaica telephone ya ba ye kra no. Ye di ma wo. E ya dia me da me da me dwine ho pa. Me akwenya bia nya me be ma me se me mboa no. E ya dia mesumu. Ba ye ka say die. Me apenyin Yera Honorable Thomas Ampemyaku. Enna bibi ntie so Jamaica for no say sisi ana die. Ono na wo hwe yempeso no so. Me perceive in man the peace of mind. Na kuma enda femu boko. na ɔnya mmerɛ na ɔyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a ɛbɛboa sogyaman. Nyame adom so yɛsan didi berɛ kɛseɛ Ghana yɛsika nyinaa ne nsɛm na ɛfa. Yɛdidi berɛ kɛseɛ paa de ama no. Nti me deɛ me mpaebɔ a mede taa n'akyi ne sɛ
ne di berɛ no reflecting on the grounds.
Then reflecting on the grounds. The brain is to leverage it now and reflecting on the ground. Bible I'm no. I can near me no. Quenya number no. Ni can say, oh no, emaning yana nipa ho and children. The bomb pie say, and can share me my of me crano, before me will manifesto. So the manifesto.
Yes.
I ain't share. And can come in your opinion frame me crass say, well, say, when she share now, I know. Pabremia, come the man do.
Okay.
But some contest and as I mean contest in it, if you're Yamian, any a peninsula a din common. Now, Mashemian Casasu, the semi Sheniama Bakumi and Nubiase, at this year, in Yadia Bebani, no, and in Nama Bakumi and Nubi, and the Emrenu drew na my Yamadrin said, Makwana Seminqua, Ufremia. And no, they make me a you one, but see, and the men per se, the Quaco Cabina, Ira, I'm Pimbeti say, a sea pious job, a copy moon to Osoria, or no, not politics national, see, and Yamu, now or Yenis, this year, yes, he pious your bow, men per se obey distracted. I want him to stay focused so that he can deliver the goods for the people. I wanted to contest not for my sake, but for the sake of the people.
The people.
It is a net, not a year or no. The least I can do is to support him and give him space. And that is why I have taken the position that I'm just communicating to you.
Okay. Honorable, I mean, now I say and wish you well. So by the end of this month, the victory would be yours and the camp of Dr. Brian Acheampong.
That's a part.
And that is pious enam hajide and I would say yeneno twetwe and komono wakasa edema Dr. Brian Acheampong and so no those were confirming say you know the to nankasa de omowie Dr. Brian Acheampong so be mu say bia wonenam any delegates for a share a constituency ahodo si ye transit in commodity sa anamontuo ndi omowie but there are other anamontuo according to no omodi agu akwan mu anu so omoye ne kakran so do e dia akọ omonim mere kakra wo mu de wohwe ene date a ene ye on the 13th of January. In the 13th of January ye dey call 31st of January kwa wo mu kakra enti osi sa kwan na wo mu kakra nso omo so omo de be ye 1212 dia ye dwuma wi kakra ansa na mpo oni atumi ahwe ekwan a woni e de 31st of January no so ebe fa so